Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome to today's morning Srimad Bhagavatam class from Canto 4, chapter 26, verse number 4. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So please repeat after me. Chachara mirigayam tatra. Chachara mirigayam tatra. Dripta ateshu karmukha. Dripta ateshu karmukha. Vihaya jayam atad arham. Vihaya jayam atad arham. Mriga vyasana lalasa. Mriga vyasana lalasa. Chachara mrigayam tatra. Dripta teshu karmukha. Vihaya jayam atad arham. Mriga vyasana lalasa. Chachara mrigayam tatra. Dripta ateshu karmukha. Vihaya jayam atad arham. Mriga vyasana lalasa. Chachara mrigayam tatra. Dripta ateshu karmukha. Vihaya jayam atad arham. Mriga vyasana lalasa. Vihaya jayam atad arham. Chacharamrigyam tatra. Dripta teshu karmukha. Vihaya jayam tatra. Word to word. Chachara, executed. Mrigayam, hunting. Tatra, there. Dripta, being proud. Ata, having taken. Ishu, arrows. Karmukha, bow. Vihaya, giving up. Jayam, his wife. Tat arham, although impossible. Mriga, hunting. Vyasana, evil activities. Lalasa, being inspired by. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki. Please repeat after me. It was almost impossible for King Purañjana to give up the company of his queen even for a moment. Nonetheless, on that day, being very much inspired by the desire to hunt, he took up his bow and arrow with great pride and went to the forest, not caring for his wife. Purport. One form of hunting is known as woman hunting. A conditioned soul is never satisfied with one wife. Those whose senses are very much uncontrolled especially try to hunt for many women. King Purañjana's abandoning the company of his religiously married wife is representative of the conditioned soul's attempt to hunt for many women for sense gratification. Wherever a king goes, he is supposed to be accompanied by his queen. But when the king or conditioned soul becomes greatly overpowered by the desire for sense gratification, he does not care for religious principles. Instead, with great pride, he accepts the bow and arrow of attachment and hatred. Our consciousness is always working in two ways, the right way and the wrong way. When one becomes too proud of his position, influenced by the mode of passion, he gives up the right path and accepts the wrong one. Kshatriya kings are sometimes advised to go to the forest to hunt ferocious animals just to learn how to kill, but such forays are never meant for sense gratification. Killing animals to eat their flesh is forbidden for human beings. We'll do Mangalacharan. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Visakha Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Yapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatra Rupyasha Kripa Sindhuta Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So, as this chapter has started yesterday, King Purañjana goes to the forest to hunt and his queen becomes angry. So, translation, it was almost impossible for King Purañjana to give up the company of his queen even for a moment. Nonetheless, on that day, being very much inspired by the desire to hunt, he took up his bow and arrow with great pride and went to the forest, not caring for his wife. And in purport, we can see very beautifully Prabhupada has mentioned the current situation or the symptoms of Kali Yuga. Like, it's not just for the males; it's just also for the women's. And I was hearing one lecture of my Guru Maharaj there. He was explaining the men who are not satisfied by one wife, they go on hunting, they go on looking for more than one. But this case is also other side as well. Women who are like very well established materially, not everyone, but just trying to put in a safe way. Those who are materially very much established, like materially liberated souls, they also try hunt as many men as possible. And even the conversation of Urvashi in Srimad Bhagavatam, we hear the nature of women and also the nature of men. So we'll touch few topics, and mainly today's class I will try to focus on the patterns, because we are, what is leading our life is pattern. Like there are two types of pattern. One is a structured pattern, one is unstructured. We can also term it as accidental pattern. So when we join Krishna consciousness, very first thing we see our mentors, our seniors, or even our friend devotees, they try to say is, try to wake up for the Mangal Aarti, you attend the morning programs, then after do 16 round of the japas, the chanting. So what are these things? These things are helping us to update our pattern that has gone wrong, not only in this life, not only this time, but many years ago, many lifetimes. Everyone have their own like baggage while they join the Krishna consciousness. Just to keep it on track, like I'll just go with the flow. So as we saw here, like there is two way of thinking. Like one is right way, another is the wrong way. So here, what do we think is the wrong way or the wrong consciousness? Anyone? Like it's open question. What is the wrong way of thinking, or what is the, like, when should we think our consciousness is wrong? It's not calibrated. It needs to be brought back to the track. Sorry? Okay, when we are not following the four regulative principles. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So Prabhu said, not falling for regulative principles, not chanting 16 rounds, not doing devotional service. Like if one is not doing this, like one should know like their consciousness is wrong, or their thought process or pattern is going wrong. And what for those who don't know anything about Krishna consciousness, for them the parameter with what they relate their consciousness, their day-to-day activity, it's totally different, right? Only after they come to contact with the devotees, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, then they understand, okay, they don't understand at first. It's hard for like devotees or the newcomers to accept it. The four regulative principles, chanting the rounds, why shall I chant? You will say chant 16 rounds, different religion. People will say chant this, chant that mantra. Every religion trying to put that. But we should understand like soul is not under the influence of religion, neither the influence of the any other thing. Like the gold is gold. It doesn't have like Muslim gold, Hindu gold, or Sikh gold. Gold is gold, right? Same way. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, chanting of the Mahamantra, these are for the soul. And very important thing, recently we had the Tirobhava of Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. There we got chance to hear lecture of Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, where the question answer was going on. One devotee, he was from the institute of like Sai Baba. He had different questions, and he was not just a member, he was like chief, like looking the management and everything, bringing the people into that. And he had the question like, Sai Baba, he is also God, because he had cured cancer, he had brought ashes from his hands, he have like done a lot of things. And Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj very beautifully staying within the Shastra, he was quoting whatever Prabhupada said. What is the symptoms, or what are the parameter you think incarnations should have. Like they must have done some like very incredible activity. They must have some marking on their hands or legs. Like this type of things it was going. And to counteract the statement that he put forward, like, yeah, he cured cancer patient. Doesn't it look like miracle? Yeah, someone curing cancer patient. And it was encountered saying, uh, doctors who are in hospital, haven't they cured the cancer before? Like saying one to people being cured by cancer, with respect to the overall population in the earth. There may be some cases who might have passed away without cure in their last wishes, but there are cases which have been cured in the hospital by the doctors. That means doctors are also God. And another thing was bringing the ashes. So bringing out ashes from the hands, like how important or what change or what impact it is giving in the society. What will that ash do after it is being induced? Maharaj said, I can also like burn few woods here and create heaps of ashes. What's the thing? And the picture, like there is picture of some deity or something, he would like convert into the like actual idol or deity. As we hear the sound vibration, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, deity of Radha Gopinath, picture of Radha Gopinath, paintings, these are not different than each other. So the picture he is converting into the idol. The level of respect, the level of thing that usually devotee do will be the same. What is the impact they are creating? Nothing. Like very minimum. So these are the siddhis. Like there are 8 siddhis, and among them one is like one can manifest or bring whatever they desire. So this is one of them, siddhis, and it can be like obtained by the yogis who perform like severe austerities. So this is one of them. Hanumanji, he is known as Ashtasiddhi Nidhi Ke Data. He have all the 8 siddhis with him. Like we have seen while Lord Hanuman, he jumped Lanka to find Mother Sita. Yeah, he created his size like bigger so that just in one jump he could go another side. And as tiny as possible. This is like, these all are the siddhis, 8 siddhis are there. So we should not like run behind someone showing some magical things like creating like flower or curing cancer. Like this can be done also those who are perfect in the siddhis. And if I'm defeating this, I must have something a stronger point than this. Then only I'm allowed to talk like this or defeat someone. So Prabhupada, if we see what is the like impact, hippies who were indulged in the greatest sinful activities, yeah, like all the 4 regulative principles we hear, it's opposite. They were doing, and by mercy of Prabhupada, all the hippies became happies. They started following 4 regulative principles. They started chanting 16 rounds, and they pushed themselves to transform their pattern. So what do we think the miracle is actually? Hippies becoming happy, taking the vows of 4 regulative principles, chanting 60 rounds, or some miracle coming as some cancer being cured. Like we can see the impact. Yeah, they have mystical power, okay, they have siddhis, we can see. But when Krishna was present here, like we can note in Vrindavan as well, we heard about Brahma Vimohana Leela, when all the cowherd friends, the cows were stolen. Krishna expanded himself into to replace all the stolen cows and cowherd friends. So at that time, point I'm trying to make is the happiness, the environment that was created when the Supreme Personality of Godhead is present. There is no distress. Everyone is full within. They are satisfied. Yeah. Even when we are chanting, I used to ask my authority a question: how do I know whether I'm chanting that is perfect or whatever activity I'm doing that's good? So he said in simple language, when do you think your stomach is full? When you take prasad, you feel like you are full. But when you are hungry, you haven't taken anything, you feel that, right? Same way when you chant, you feel like you are filled from within. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, studying Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, all the devotional activities, like it's for the soul and we feel fulfilled from within. Now, moving back to the mind, So uh, Puranjana, he abandoned the company of his religiously married wife, like who is considered to be the representative of conditioned souls, and he attempted for many other women for sense gratification. Now let's see here, as this is the allegory story, which is not real, but just to bring some changes or updates. So mind is something that can take us anywhere. So previously people had the understanding that the speed of air is very high. Then they understood, okay, speed of light is very high. Speed of sound, they can travel very high. Like during my school days, I heard that sound cannot travel through vacuum. But now they are saying sound can travel through vacuum. So there is updates, like it's changing. It's not like fixed. But what is actually fast in terms of our senses is mind. Like from New York to New Jersey to Germany to India to Australia to Colombia to Tokyo can take us within a few fraction of seconds. How fast is the mind? Even Arjuna at the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he was saying to Krishna, "Oh Krishna, I can like somehow or other can control the wind, but this mind can't be controlled." So we often hear about the mind, and if anyone who are entrepreneur or in the business line who hear a bit of business things, the very first thing they are taught is about the mind, to master their mind, to control their mind, and often the talk or the conversation about the mind is in Bhagavad Gita also, when Arjuna is stating to Krishna, I am feeling very much afraid, like my hairs are standing, I am unable to hold my Gandiva, it's falling down. Like these all are the symptoms. Actually, Arjuna is a pure devotee, just to deliver the message, just to link it with us, the conditioned soul. He has been kept in that condition by the Supreme Lord so that he can convey this message to us. But Arjuna is the pure devotee. And so what to do? Then Krishna, like while conversation, in Bhagavad Gita 6, chapter 6, verse 26, Krishna is explaining, yato nischalati, like about the mind, what is like nature and how it acts. Manasa chanchalam asthiram, tatas tato niyamayat tad atmani eva vasham nayate. So yato tato tato. Wherever our mind goes, from there. This is the formula. Krishna is explaining to Arjuna what you should do when your mind is wandering, your mind is flickering left, right, center. Yato, wherever it is going, tato. Regulate, bring it back and try to regulate it from there. Yeah. And so in translation, Krishna, in very simple language, is saying, from wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature. So nature of mind is flickering and unsteady. So for example, if we don't push ourselves to come to the Mangal Aarti, it doesn't take any force or any power to go us down. Yeah, we can see the gravity. If we throw something up, it doesn't take anything, it just come down. The nature of gravity pulling down. Same in our thought process as well. If we are not regulating, if any time we think, okay, I push this much, I will take 2-3 days of rest, that is when Maya tries and puts the good thread of a spider and put us back. So anytime we like stop pushing ourselves in the service to Krishna, we should understand we are going more down, because downfall doesn't take any force. If we do nothing, we can go down, fall down without any activity. So we even like Krishna, who was present with Arjuna personally in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Arjuna, do we think Krishna did everything for Arjuna, or Arjuna need to fight his battle himself? He fought his battle himself, right? Even in the presence of Krishna. So this is also key message Krishna is trying to convey. We need to fight our battle ourselves. Our devotional life is our own responsibility. Until and unless when we take example of like airport, the traffic control or the airport members, they can help the pilot to go left, right, until and unless they are on the ground. And when once they go up, It's totally within their control, their responsibility, whatever knowledge they have. After taking off the flight, they can't say, oh, I didn't read this chapter, how to land the airplane or how to tackle this situation. Like often there is two things when we feel distressed or we are like uncomfortable with our life. Either we don't know how to tackle that situation or we don't want to tackle that situation. If we don't know how to tackle that situation or any circumstance we are going through, we can take help with our authority. We can approach Sadhu Guru Shastra. We can gather more knowledge about that very situation because senior are someone who are ahead of us. They can guide us nicely. But someone who don't want to tackle, for them, nothing can be said. Someone who is sleeping, we can wake up. But someone who is pretending to sleep, we can't wake him up. Also after doing a bomb blast. Yeah. So doctors, if we see right now, we hear about placebo effect. Anyone know about placebo effect? Anyone like to share? Just one sentence. Usually doctors uses it a lot. Yes, bro. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. We keep it. So overall, yeah, you want to share, bro? Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. So in short, like placebo effect, we can understand like it has a psychological impact and also neurological impact because like doctors like they give sugar pills to cure some like disease and before I move further in this some side points, our body has self-healing power, okay, and especially the ear. Like I got infection recently, so I did a bit of research with few of the doctors, and it's also stated that our ear actually any problem it has, unless it's severe than operation, it can heal itself if we give it proper rest. It has that power. Same way our body. So it was connected with the placebo effect. So for instance, someone having a disease, if he is given just sugar pill, and doctor with very confidence, with trust, he says to the patient, so this is the medicine, you know this medicine is gonna cure you like just within a few days. So psychologically how the patient thinks is, okay, this is something that's gonna cure me, but that's the sugar pill. He doesn't know about the composition of the medicine. He's not gonna do any research as well. Yeah, but just by the words, the warning of the doctor, he trusts and he just moves on. He takes it, and as a result, he gets cured as well. Same way, when we are hearing of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, about Radha Krishna, from our authorities, our Guru Maharaj, when we have the same level of conviction, like Prabhupada once he said, you should not just only read my books, you should study it. So it's like the law book. What the lawyer says, like the way he used to have conversation in the court, he doesn't sounds very like in between. He is very confident. As per the law, section number this is the thing that should be done, and he haven't done that. So he should be punished. Same way, we should have the conviction on the each and every sloka of the Bhagavad Gita. Conviction means not like I have like 1% of doubt and I'm speaking. In that way, like we won't be able to create that very impact on the someone who is listening. If I say, okay, ye yatha mam prapadente tam tathaiva bhajamyaham, yeah, you know you should surrender. Whatever the level of surrender you have, in same way Krishna will reciprocate with you. But in the other hand, if I speak more, confidently, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sadhaiva bhajamyaham. So how it is going? Speaking same thing. What is the difference it's making? Yeah. So same way, if we see our spiritual master, how they are speaking. Someone to my Guru Maharaj, uh, the conversation happened between the Gaudiya Mats and within the Vrindavan. They're saying, I know something your Guru Maharaj didn't say to you. So for someone who is very new to Krishna consciousness or someone who is very new with the process, they don't know how to react or how to tackle this situation. So they may say, oh really, what is that? Please tell me, please enlighten me. Like different devotee or different one have their own way of tackling. But someone who is strong, have firm faith, have conviction in the words of their Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, what will be there? What you mean? My Guru Maharaj didn't said me something that I didn't know, like something related to that. So my Guru Maharaj's reaction was, I spit on your face if you say me something that my Guru Maharaj didn't say to me. So we can see the reaction. Yeah. So doesn't matter how fast we are going. Direction is important. Another thing is, if direction is correct and we are making tiny baby little steps progress, it's fine. It will progress us. Like it will protect us. And if someone is very new who says, you know, Krishna is like a playboy. Krishna is a, thief. He steals this thing. Yeah. Yeah. Someone who haven't read Bhagavad Gita, who haven't heard about this. Yeah. Why did Krishna do like that? He should not do like that. But someone who knows Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, everything belongs to him, then what is there to be stolen by him? Everything comes from him, then why can't he enjoy? He is the enjoyer, we are the enjoyed. Yes or no? No matter how we try to enjoy, what way we try to enjoy, that matters. Everyone wants to enjoy. We can't stop enjoying. Yogis, they try to restrain their thoughts. They try to do severe austerities. What's the result? They are going to come back again here. As per Kali Yuga, in this Yuga, Harinam is recommended. In different Yugas, there are different things to be recommended. Kardama Muni, like Satya Yuga. In the beginning of Satya Yuga, he did 10,000 years of yoga. And because of perfection of his yoga, he attended the liberation. Then after they did progeny, then expanded another of their offsprings. So let me not go that side. Let's come here again. So I was talking about placebo effect. Doctor used this to build our neuroimmunology. So immune system we hear about. Immune system is something, when it gets weak, our body gets affected by it. Doesn't matter whatever disease we have. So any disease that need to grow within our body need to face the immune system first. So we hear about HIV/AIDS. This is something that weakens the immune system. And immune system, it takes time to identify. Even it identifies, their appearance is very similar. Like if we see some devotees, devotee means we automatically trust them, whatever they say, we automatically have affection towards them. We are not in a like protective mode here. Like there is something automatically that goes on. Similarly, there are the things that go within our body. So they wear the cloth of their own members. Like we can say tiger wearing the costume of sheep and going within the sheep. That is done by the HIV virus. And in that way, it like destroys the immune system. And when it goes down, one suffers with different other disease, and then that way that die. So this immune system, that's for physical body, for our spiritual body, for our like soul, what is the source of that very immune power? That's the Vani, especially Vani from the pure devotees about Krishna or about the transcendental service. And if we can control our mind, then we can do great things. Like we have heard, I have heard like Sachin Tendulkar, MS Dhoni, they often say that this mind is your best friend and best enemy. Even in Bhagavad Gita we hear about this. And if you are you are able to control your mind, you can do great things in your life. But something that goes wrong here, but Krishna clarifies in Bhagavad Gita, is controlling his mind is not possible actually. What does controlling mean actually? Okay, mind, I want to think very positive. Can you think positive? Okay, it looks like positive, but it ends up negative. Okay, mind, I don't want to think anything. Can you stop thinking for now? Will mind do like that? No. Whatever we do, it goes in other way. So controlling mind, successful people are saying control, but Krishna is not saying control. He's saying engage it, because that's the way how we control it. Yeah. So engaging. Now we are aware of how to engage, where to engage. Yeah. So controlling mind doesn't mean like, okay, I got steering, I got gear, I put this gear, I do left, mind will go left. It won't go like that. We need to engage it in the service of Krishna. And if we see our daily activity, in the morning we sing Mangalarti, we are engaging our ears, our mind, our tongue, our skin, everything in service to Krishna. Whatever is connecting to Krishna is helping us to purify our senses. For instance, we all have experience with the table fan, right? Table fan that gives air at one direction. For instance, I have turned on table fan here, it will go in this way air. Okay? So so someone who knows what is table fan, how it works, who said the air will go, they will go and sit in front of table fan. Someone who don't know what to do, they may go and sit behind the table fan and say, hey, this fan is not working. Man, come on, I'm trying to enjoy my senses, but I'm unable to enjoy. We are not saying to stop enjoyment. Enjoy, but not separate to Krishna, with Krishna. Yeah? Same way, someone sitting who is intelligent, they are sitting in front of fan. They know how to enjoy. Someone who don't know how to enjoy, they go and sit behind the fan. Yeah? Money, actually, when usually people hear about sadhu, they hear about brahmachari, they hear about the sannyasis, they say, okay, they leave up everything, they go away. Like they have their own mental concoction, their own patterns we can relate it to. So where it is coming from? They have heard from their parents, or they have heard from someone. They have heard. We keep hearing. We have consciously, unconsciously learned or gathered a lot of things, and that is creating our pattern. And if we don't know how this pattern is impacting in our day-to-day life, it is going in accidental pattern. Accidental pattern means like let's just make a difference between there is a structured pattern of thinking and accidental pattern of thinking, or unstructured pattern of thinking. So a structured pattern of thinking gets us what we want in our life, whereas unstructured pattern of thinking gets us mostly what we don't want in our life. A structured pattern of thinking takes us where we want to be. Again, we need to be careful here, where we want to be. Then after, unstructured pattern of thinking leads us where we mostly don't want to be. Yes? If we are questioning, or we are unsatisfied, we are distressful, okay, this is not the thing that I wanted to do, this is not the thing that I wanted to be, this is in a position where I want to be, have a sit. Reflect on your thoughts. Is it going structured way or unstructured way? It won't be spontaneously, it needs time, because all the thoughts and everything won't be gathered at a time. And the talk of this is also in Bhagavad Gita, the verse I talked before. Yato yato. In Hindi it said like, English it's wherever. Hindi we can say jahan jahan. Tato tato. Wahan wahan. Now beautiful thing of language I like is same thing. Yato yato. Wherever, where. The way it's hitting in our understanding, our consciousness. Tato tato. There. Wahan wahan. Like understanding both the language is different. So this is thing. Krishna said, wherever mind goes, try to bring it back and regulate it. Regulate it means bring it into the pattern, not in unstructured pattern. And if we want to bring revolution in our life, maybe in bhakti, whatever standard Prabhupada gave, by following that, if we do in pattern, we can bring revolution in our own life. And if we are able to change our life, we can also impact others. If we are disturbed ourselves, if we are very turbulent in our own position, can we inspire or impact others' life? No, right? So for revolution, what we need? We need evolution. So evolution in what? Hmm. So evolution we need in our mindset. Yeah. So going more a step further. And how we can bring evolution in our mindset? Have we heard that the power of differentiation comes from reading Srila Prabhupada books? Differentiating situations. Like we are kept in a situation when we always need to make a decision. Okay, this is right for me, this is wrong for me. Where is that power of decision making coming from? From the thing we spend most of the time learning. College students, university students, scientists, PhD aspirants, like they are spending in some certain subject matter, so they are like a bit materially pakka in that part. But Srimad Bhagavatam is Purnam in all the aspect. If we read Srila Prabhupada books, we don't only understand about the sociology, we understand about psychology, like a lot of verse just on mind, on thoughts, on senses in Bhagavad Gita. We also learn about the culture, the ashrama dharmas. Hmm? So mindset, by constant learning, we can bring evolution in our mindset. And we are so fortunate that we have Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and all the scriptures given by Prabhupada that can bring evolution in our mindset. So when I talk about evolution, like I see faces down. Any doubt that evolution can be brought by reading Srila Prabhupada books, or we need specifically any psychological books to bring evolution to our mind? Srila Prabhupada books are enough to bring evolution in our mindset, in our pattern, right? There is also a talk about how much sleep we should take. Do we think all these like ingredients, the essence will come in just shastras or in just in one book? No, right? So I will go a bit further in terms of our habits. So as I mentioned before, like we are leading our life. We are leading? No, we are not leading our life. Our patterns are leading our life. And the patterns that we have developed over a period of time. Someone who don't know Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna consciousness, for them over a period of time or in this lifetime is okay. Until there they can understand. And someone who know Krishna consciousness, for them over this lifetime, over previous how many millions of lifetimes, the birth we have taken, the pattern that is coming from there. We hear that we are here to get the results of whatever activities we did in our past life. The suffering, the happiness, the stress, distress, the income, whatever is coming is destined as per the previous life. Yeah. So the pattern that we created, we are still taking it. We are continuing it. It's same like we have a backpack that is very heavy. We felt very heavy there, so we shifted to the other part of the body. Again we feel relaxed. Again that part of the body started getting trouble. Again we shifted to the other part of the body. But the main problem is, which like shifting the body, shifting that very backpack is not the solution. Yeah. Same way we are trying to shift by saying, okay, I will gratify this, only this once, one samosa, without offering to Krishna, just quickly. Very dangerous. Just one. Then after I am done. Do we think like after, first thing without offering, another thing taking samosa without, like the same desire next time will be more stronger. The more we feed to our like unpatterned habit of eating, the more that habit gets stronger. Yeah, Ekadasi is there, where we are supposed to engage our senses in the service of Krishna. Why it is there? So that the way, the intensity, the senses attack us to hanker or eat something, or to enjoy something, to see something, their intensity goes a bit down. But even in that day, like main essence, what comes, there is essence or there is main goal of everything. But if we follow manually, physically, but we don't think, okay, why am I doing this? How it's gonna help me in my bhakti or in my devotional service to Krishna, then it won't make a lot of sense. And to change pattern. Like, have we heard about programming? Program? Yeah, programming language, computer students, they understand. Same way like our mind. Like we are also programmed until we program a new program for ourselves. We are programmed. Okay, I will go a bit slow. We are already programmed. Are we okay that we are programmed? Everyone is programmed in different way. Yeah? Okay, you asked me question at last then. So we all agree like we are programmed in certain conditioning way in different ways, right? And it goes on until and unless we program a new program for ourselves. Yeah. So what are the scripts, what are the requirements is given in Srimad Bhagavatam, is given in Srila Prabhupada lectures. So reading that script, the requirements, we can make changes in the codes because our psychological and neurological system is actually working with that programming that is already existing or whatever we have programmed. If we see someone who is very pakka in their sadhana or someone who is slowly booming up in their bhakti, they have understood, okay, how it works. They need to program themselves. What is the programming? Waking up in the morning, that is also program. We are not set up by default to wake up at 4:30. We are not set up by default to worship Krishna. We are not set up by default to do service for Krishna. Yeah. We came to know about this, then we are here. Nitai. And whatever program we have already done is leading our life because that's connecting to the mind, then pattern, it's coming. And we also heard in purport that hunting of the animals were allowed to the Kshatriyas. Like every ashrama, every varnas have their own prescribed duties. Kshatriyas, they are mostly engaged in giving protection to their prajas, to their kingdom. And practicing hunting was allowed for them. Now again, we need to zoom in a bit. Hunting doesn't mean hunting innocent animals like deer, rabbit, goat, cows. Hunting ferocious animals which were causing havoc or disturbance to their kingdom. Could be the tiger, man-eater tiger, could be the leopard, those which are causing disturbance in the kingdom. Same way, I was reading about the Yukta Vairagya. Like we hear Yukta Vairagya, like there are different types of Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya in this, as per my understanding, please correct me if am I wrong. So we engage whatever we have, maybe in terms of Lakshmi, in terms of the material opulences in the service to Krishna. But we are conscious of that it is being used in the service of Krishna. But someone who is engaging their opulence in the service to Krishna, but are not aware, okay, this is going to Supreme Personality of Godhead or someone, that won't help one too much to progress. But someone who is aware it is going to Krishna, they are gradually, but tiny bits, they are progressing in their bhakti. So, and very simple thing, like some parameters that Srila Prabhupada approved, that even someone brahmachari, if they follow this strictly, like they are protected by this. Like we hear about books are the basis, preaching is the essence, utility is the principle, and purity is the force. So, after saying this much, I'll simply conclude that if we see all these activities, why this allegory, what this allegory is trying to say is, we should know like what is leading our life, the patterns, either is structured or unstructured. How we can control the standards, the systems that is set by temple already is helping us step by step to control our pattern, to update our pattern, also the programming. So if we just stick to the morning program and whatever programs like we get from the temple, especially the morning one, which is considered to be in the mode of goodness, we can easily, with not much struggle, can alter our pattern and also progress in the devotional service. And right way and wrong way of thinking, if we are if we are trying to do enjoy accept Krishna, automatically it's gonna be wrong way. And when Krishna is in center, everything is controlled. For example, I was in one lecture, I heard like few new devotees, they came to temple, and some Maharaj was giving class, and they both got chance to talk to the Maharaj, and they both couple said to Maharaj, you know, whenever I come to temple, I feel so much peace of mind, so much pleased, like happy. I said, oh wow, where do you live? I live in some like suburb area, like regional area. There I and my wife just live, no much people. Really? Here is like thousands of people. Why do you feel so much happy here than just two people there? There should be much peaceful, right? Then they said, they went in this way, they were having conversation. Then Maharaj said, actually feeling peaceful in temple is because Krishna is in center. Yeah. Krishna is in center in temple, everyone is happy, everyone is feeling blissful. If the country they have Krishna in center, that country will be peaceful, happy. If any planet that have Krishna in the center, that planet will be happy. If any universe Krishna has in their center, that universe will be happy. So in this way, same way, if we have Krishna in our center of our day-to-day activity, we will be also happy. By saying this much, I would like to conclude. Srimad Bhagavatam ki. I can take few questions. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mm-hmm. Thank you. So Prabhu's question is like, as I talked about the pattern, talked about the programming, about mind control, and I also said that reading Srila Prabhupada books can help us bring that pattern and everything. And while reading, our mind goes left, right, center, here and there. How we can like stay focused, absorbed in that. So very first few answers like that I heard from my authority, because I'm also not that very good reader, because I also struggle to spend good number of hours to read. So whatever my authority said, I will just try to repeat it rather giving my own personal answer. So what I asked him was, Prabhu, when I read, I don't understand most of the lines. That motivates me. Hey, you are not understanding. You are wasting your time. You will not understand. If someone asks you after you read 2 hours what you read, you will be unable to answer them. What's the point? So this is how mind is saying us, hey, you read 2 hours, and he's asking, what did you read? I don't know what I read. So Prabhu said, just go on reading, like it's not necessary each and every sentence or paragraph we pick, we will understand. But constantly or continuously reading that, one day we can understand how it's going. And example was like, if we take a paper, put under the sun for like 1 year. Okay, let's take 1 hour, 1 day, 1 year, one entire lifetime. Will it get burnt or it will stay unburnt? Huh? How it will burn? No, sorry. So let's make it more simple. Take a paper, put it under the sun, the distance from the sun and the earth, and if we just keep it outside, whatever the condition it is now, it may get a bit hard, but it remains unburnt, right? Yeah, same way. Okay, if you just take your answer, okay, it gets burnt, but it won't get burnt in a one lifetime, or it may take like a bit numerable lifetime. Do we have that much time? No, right? So what we do, if we want to make that paper burn immediately, we take this, we take magnifying glass and put there. How long will it take to burn that paper? Few seconds, right? Same way, human lifetime is said 100 years, but even people don't live that much. Rare cases. 60 has been the average, 60, 70 nowadays. So if we go left, right, center about how we should read the books or how to spend our more attention on the book, we can find, but the time we spent on doing that, just by pushing, just by reading, we could have developed it automatically. And if you just continuously keep on reading, because we are not going to read this book once, right? It's in cycle. We come to that point again. So Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. It's not like every sentence we pick up. It's like very much encoded. If we just take one sentence and try to open what this very sentence says, it takes like more than a day. Okay, that much meaning it has. Yeah. Even Bhagavad Gita, if we read more than 3 times, every time we go to the same page, oh, this was said here. After reading 3 times, I came to know. So understanding that we won't understand these books at once. We need like repetition. Yeah. If we see the initiating gurus in our ISKCON, they have read it like more than 10 to 50 times. Yeah. And just by keep on reading, we can understand it. And another thing I came across Bhagavatam is when we do devotional service, that gives us force, blessing to understand these books. It's not just by our own accord we can understand. We need blessings of Krishna from our authority to understand this. And how we get that? By doing devotional service. Yeah? Yeah, this much. And anything Prabhus want to add? We have senior Prabhus here. They are open to add here. Any mistake or anything, the way I spoke have offended you, then please forgive me. It's like purifying stage for me also. Thank you. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Bhagwan ki. All glories to assembled devotees.